Hello, welcome to Lemon Day Planning. My name is Catherine, and in my first video on this channel, I thought I would share with you my complete planner lineup. It is July 2020, and these are the books that I have been using throughout the year and will continue to use for the rest of the 2020 calendar year. So you can see that I have a selection of different kinds of bindings and planner companies, and I look forward to exploring each one with you. So I thought we would start with the master plan. This is the Cultivate What Matters 2020 Power Sheets. And this is the book where I come up with what is most important to me and try to work on those goals throughout the year. So this is the most recent goal refresh page. You can see that I have filled up 8 goals. So my first one is mental health. The second one is career. The third is loved ones or relationships. Second one is creative legacy. There's physical health, spiritual community, the home environment, and future security. One of the big goals there is that my husband and I are hoping to buy our first home sometime this year. Now, one thing I wanted to share with you that I think I might do a little bit differently from some other places. So the Power Sheet system is really very powerful for giving you a way to reflect on your life and look at your different goals. And you ask important questions about your month, about what you want. You set up different goals for yourself and track your progress as they go through. And for a while I struggled with what to do with this kind of planner page because, as you probably saw from the stack, I've got all kinds of other planners that I use. And I ended up settling on something that I think has been really helpful. So I can just zoom us in a little bit here. What I do for each day is I write down here, after the fact, what things I've done on a given day that help achieve certain goals. So I've highlighted it to match the colors that I've used, so I can see as the month goes through how I'm doing on achieving my different goals. So this has been a really helpful way to kind of look back on things, and when I review at the end of the month, then I can really get a sense of how it's been working and what's been going on. So that's book number 1. Sorry, the binding is a little tricky to close. And that's the first book in my planner system. And what I shouldn't have closed it, because what I actually do is leave it open on my desk on the tending list page. That's a little easier to do. I have a metal holder that I got from a company called Lee Valley. It's meant to be for recipe books. So I leave it on my desk like that so that I can look at it through the day and easily go over my goals, my progress for the month. All right, the next one I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about a little bit briefly. This is my teacher planner. Now, I don't have my full teacher planner fixed up for the coming school year because I tend to take them apart. This is the new cover I'm using for this year. I am an English and social studies teacher, so this cover is pretty close to my heart. So this is a Happy Planner cover that I got from my Happy Notes book, and I'm using the ARC system from Staples for the discs. I'm not going to open this one up because, as I said, it's not ready, but I am going to make a future video where I make my own planner. So I actually make my own planner pages using Excel, and I include exactly the kinds of things that I know that I'm going to need to refer to on a regular basis. So this book is really essential. And for a long time, it was the only planner that I had. I didn't have a separate life planner, but that is no longer the case. So what I have now, I'm currently using an Erin Condren Life Planner. I have the colorful kaleidoscope hourly version. So in here, I have put a lot of my academic dates, different things going on, holidays, ped days, partial ped days, exams, term begins, mark deadlines, field trips. And I added a new category of stickers for this year, government closure, which took up a lot at the end of the school year. I use this page of boxes to keep track of the washi tapes that I use throughout the year. So I'm actually something of a no-kit planner, but what I do like to plan ahead is the different washi tapes that I put along the top. So just to give a sense of the kinds of spreads that I make, you can see here. So I'll often have done this taping ahead of time. I went and kind of did it for the rest of the year, just to get my creative juices flowing for when I put dates in there later on. So if you're interested in these pages, you can follow me on Instagram at the username Lemon Day Planning. I'll definitely be putting a link in the description. The other thing I wanted to show is how I use the dashboard layout pages. So on this side, this is something I made this table in, I think, Word. It has every day in the month. For these 3 columns, I use my Fitbit, so I track how much sleep I have, and I've set goals for sleep, steps, and active minutes, and I'll highlight the line if I achieve the goal. And then this last column is a mood tracker, F for feelings, and this is the key to that mood tracker. I use these Sharpie accent highlighters to use the colors, with the exception of the relaxed color, because there isn't really a good teal here, and that's a mild liner in summer green. For monthly goals, I will usually pick 4 of, sometimes less, of my Power Sheets goals, and I will write them here and what specific aspect of that goal I'm going to try to achieve this month. Here is what I use as a kind of worship calendar. So the church that I attend tends to have kind of themes for each month, not during the summer months, but in the fall. And then each service has a title, and I'll put them in here. And then this box at the bottom, I do a very basic kind of financial tracking. So I put in each of my different accounts. I obviously didn't want to include that personal information here. I'll have their opening values and then their closing value at the end of the month. I check my weight once a month, and here it is, as well as my steps average. So the average of steps here, so I'll total them up and then I'll divide by the number of months. And my goal is that I will reach the average per day of the step count that I'm hoping for on a given month. That's basically it for my life planner. Just before I go any further, I wanted to pause for a moment to talk about the whole Erin Condren situation. I created this YouTube channel a couple weeks after what I've been considering Plannergeddon. I think I got that name from the Planners and Wine podcast. Erin Condren, the founder of the company that makes this planner, helped organize an inappropriate graduation celebration under the guise of a protest, perhaps not officially associated with Black Lives Matter, but certainly inspired by it, in an event that I think has disappointed a lot of people because of the implications for the spread of COVID-19 and for the simple way that the people all involved did so without any fear whatsoever of the police, which is not possible for many different American citizens who have a different color skin and a different socioeconomic background. What she did was not okay. And there has been a lot of outcry within the planner community, and specifically those people who use Erin Condren planners. Some people have chosen to stop using her products altogether, or even to use her name. Other people took a break. Notably, a number of affiliates put on Instagram that they were taking a break. Some seem to still be on the break. Some seem to be happy to promote the release of the new back to school products. So it's been a lot of drama and hand wringing, because I think there's moral implications to any choice that's being made, and I think a lot of acrimony has arisen in the community. For my part, I bought an Erin Condren planner. I had even bought my 2021 planner at the launch before all of this happened. I am going to use these products that I bought. Will I buy more? I don't know. I'm not inclined to right now. There's items that I might have bought, but I've decided to wait. The CEO of the company, who is not Erin Condren, has made some announcements. We're going to see how those things pan out. I may buy from the future. They tend to be good quality products. But I'm not happy with the actions that we've seen from the founder, and I don't know yet what will pan out with the company response. So I'm not going to burn or throw away my planners, but I don't know what I'm going to do for future planners. As for what I think other people should do, I think that's really up to them. I think if you're uncomfortable using products that are associated with that person, then don't use them. And I think if you put down a lot of money for these products because they're expensive and want to continue using them, go for it. I think the most important thing is for the community itself not to tear ourselves apart over the actions of one misguided person. So I just wanted to make sure that I addressed that, because otherwise it sounded a little tone deaf as I was in editing to not include my thoughts on this. So that is why you will see this Erin Condren life planner in my videos and on Instagram. But I don't know what the future will hold there. Back to the tour. The next things that I have are not exactly planners per se, but I think they're really important parts of my daily life, my goals, my mental health, and all of those things. So I wanted to include them in this video. So this is my gratitude journal. I've been keeping this for a couple of years, this particular one for about a year and a half. So it's going to fit the rest of this year, and then I'm going to need to get a new book. And what I do is I write down 3 good things, or 3 things that went well each day. These can be really small. It could be, there was some nice sunshine. It could be, I completed a goal, or I finished a project, or I had a really good laugh, or any of those kinds of things. And of course, I like to decorate the book, so by month. So I'll just flip through quickly. And I have 2 lines for each thing. And this, I think I can upgrade the kind of notebook that it's in the future. But it's been something that's really important for me. It's an item that I put on my tending list to do every day. And it's really based in mental health research, that they found that that's one of the most effective ways to improve how you feel, is to really keep track of good things that happen to you each day to make sure. And what that does is it makes you lead your day in a way where you start to notice more things, where you're paying attention for what things you can add to your list of good things for that day. And that really makes a big difference. So this was my gratitude book. I have some other notebooks. So I think the most important of these is a journal. So this is the current journal that I'm in. I go through them pretty quickly. I'm not going to open this one because this is kind of where I write my deepest, darkest thoughts. I write down the dreams that I have. I think my way through problems. And this is something that is extremely important to my mental health, to feeling like I know what I want and what I need and what decisions I need to make. And I cannot recommend this enough. I'm always I try to write in here every day. I don't always manage that. And those times when things get really hectic and I don't write in here are usually the times that I suffer the most. So this is my journal. This is one that I picked up at Winners, I think, which in the States might be called TJ Maxx. And really strongly recommended, really important to my life. Next here is a list book. So this is a book I got from Muji. It has the most beautiful, smooth paper. Some of my favorite paper. Holds up really well, it lies flat. And I just put all kinds of random lists, sometimes notes, possible schedules, to-do lists of all kinds. And it's really good to have kind of a messy place where I can put lists, because sometimes I find when I decorate my planner, then I can't quite do the same kind of messy thinking that I would need to do. So I need a book for that, and that's what this one is. And the last one here is kind of the vestiges of when I used to keep a bullet journal. I ended up switching from bullet journals to planners because I got tired of drawing all the boxes and rewriting the dates and not being able to put something in the calendar well in advance. But I did still really like the idea of collections. So this is an Artist Loft book. It's a dot grid journal. And in here, I put all kinds of different collections, what I want as a dream house, wish list, my reading list, all kinds of things like that. And from time to time, I'll add here, usually some kind of list that I want to be able to keep in the long term. So there you have it, my planner stack for 2020. I look forward to sharing more of what I have in my planning for you. You'll see plan with me's, other organizational videos, and I'm looking forward to just exploring this community. Take care. Hope to see you soon.